Hello out there in virtual land.
Oh, yes.
Welcome to another episode of Chillin with the Girls.
Nice.
Y'all see what we said? Stop or quit being ugly.
Yes.
Quit being ugly. So we're talking about etiquette on tonight. People that's oh man, don't know how to follow etiquette and have good manners. So man, well, let me just say some stuff that etiquette actually is. Let me just see if I can find it right here. Okay, so etiquette is being polite and using manners when addressing others. Etiquette is maintaining a formal tone and refraining from swearing. Avoid being critical of others, remembering the names of other people in conversation. So etiquette also helps us to know how to treat others respectfully and appropriately in any context. So by knowing how to read social cues and communicating effectively, we put others at ease. We foster meaningful relationships and create a comfortable and relaxed atmosphere wherever we go. So let me just share with the viewing audience why we chose to do etiquette. Because people just ugly. They don't want to follow etiquette. They want to be ugly. Oh man! So this lady was telling us about. She was talking to me. She was telling me about. She had this gathering at her house, and she had she was catering this gathering, and she put out an RSVP.
Okay.
And some people didn't RSVP, some people did.
Wow.
No, I could not believe this, y'all. She said she had 30 people over her RSVP number.
Wow.
I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it.
That's a lot.
It was like they were running out of food. They had to go buy like hot dogs and like stuff to feed children, and people were just calling and saying, "Well, can we come?" They weren't asking her. They were asking somebody else. Well, can we come? What's going on? Can we come?
Wait a minute. They asked somebody else?
They didn't. You know how you RSVP tell you who to RSVP?
Yes.
They didn't contact the person they were supposed to RSVP. They contacted somebody else.
No, that's ugly.
And they stop being ugly or quit being ugly. And so the person said, "Well, I think we're full." And they were like, "Well, what did you tell them?" I said, "I think we're full." And what else? And they just showed up without RSVPing. That's ugly.
They should have had me at the door.
You know what I'm saying? And she was.
Are you on the list? Okay, get back in your car.
Now, right. So she was saying she was hoping that the people who did RSVP would get food. You know, that everybody would eat up all the food, and the ones who wouldn't have any food. That's not right. You know. Yes. So, and I was talking to her, and I said, "Oh, we need to do a show on social etiquette."
Yes.
Quit being ugly.
How many people, and then how many, since we're talking about that, the RSVP, how many people will RSVP and then not show up? And you pay money for these plates. Like if you're renting out Martin's West, Martin East, or something like that, where you have like a wedding and people's like, "I'm coming and I'm bringing one other person." So people are literally paying for these plates.
That's right.
And I get a witness on virtual land, like when y'all have that stuff, even when you have baby showers now, that stuff is catered. And so it's a head count. And so it's very inconsiderate when you RSVP and say you're coming and then you don't show up.
Right, exactly.
And you know what? They had something on the on 106.1. What is that? Erica Campbell's show.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
They had they were talking about something like this. They posed a question out to the radio audience. Would you charge people to come to your reception?
Wow.
Wow.
That's something to think about.
Yeah. It really is something to think about.
Some people said they would, you know, some people's like, well, if you are having a big party or whatever, you should wait and have the money enough money so that you can afford the people, your guests.
Yeah.
But That's interesting, though.
But it's
But if
almost
they had to pay that for their own food.
That's what I was going to say. It's like if they have, it's like if they have to pay, then they'll show up.
You
or
right.
if they'll put somebody in their stead. I know we had mom and dad's thing. If people paid, they probably didn't show up, but then someone else showed up on their behalf.
Yeah.
But that's, you know, if you put down payment or something like that, or deposit, you're going to come because you don't want to lose your money.
Right.
And it's so sad to do that. You would want to be able to pay for everybody to come and have a good time. But sometimes you might have to change the rules when it comes to weddings and stuff and say, now there's a fee.
Yeah. Wow. That really is something to think about. Yeah, because I would have said, before I heard that, I would have said no. I would have said, save up all your money, you know, and then put it on and just invite people. But then I hear the other side. That makes so much sense because you're saving up all your money. You know, you're inviting people to come and they don't show up. Your money is gone down the drain.
Yeah.
You know, So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense.
I need to call the radio station and tell them that.
What'd you say?
I said I need to call the radio station and tell them that.
Yeah, I mean, it's something to think about. The people are, how dare they charge us to come? Yeah. But then how dare you not show up? Like this one girl, she had her reception at, I don't know if I told y'all, at Martin's East, right? And she paid for the dinners herself. She paid for specialty drinks. It was, and when I asked her could somebody else come with me? And she was like, no, I'm really sorry because it's already full and all that kind of stuff. When I got there, it was not full. And there were tents, like names left on the table that people did not come. Oh, and she was like, you know, I wish I let you bring such and such. I mean, people, because some of the people didn't show up. And it was like Martin's East. Isn't that like what, $65 a plate or something like that? I know that's how much she said she paid for it. And the people didn't even come. So it's like they take advantage of it and don't take them. And it's ugly. Quit being ugly. That's right. Respectful, and it's rude to do that.
Yeah, it's terrible. That's terrible. And you're not gonna want to waste your money, so don't waste somebody else's money. You know, that's ugly.
How about table manners? Anybody?
Oh, how we supposed to be at the table?
Not like this. Did we mention something about tables with name tents, and people would just sit at tables, and even though their names are not there, to get a good.
That's right.
I
heard about that too, Mom. Well, let's go back. Can we go back to that?
Sure.
Well, yeah, because somebody was telling me about, there was an event and they had tables and they had tents with people's names on them. People were coming who didn't RSVP and they were sitting at the tables and their names were not there. Wow. Can you That's ugly.
Wow. I couldn't do that.
I couldn't do that.
And what did they do?
Girl, they got embarrassed. Somebody got up and said, nope, you can't sit here. Your name not there. You got to go. Nope, you got to go.
That's
you
gotta go. I like that.
Because when the people came and you know, and where to sit with their names, they didn't have a seat.
Right.
We got we have a viewer on here, Lynetta Savage. Hey, Lynetta. She says, so true. Some people don't have consideration when it's your money. She says some people don't have consideration when it's your money.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah. Thank y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Yeah.
Exactly.
So true. Yeah. But what I've done, and you let me know if this is ugly or not. If it was a table where I didn't want to sit, I probably would move the name tag and put it at the other table, and then just switch.
I'm gonna tell you why you wouldn't do that and why you couldn't do it. Because Melanie, as a planner, you are a planner. You are an event planner, right? Look at you. And so who's sitting at the table and what do they have at the table? So this is what they have. As an event planner, Mel, you have the table number, and then you have the people, right, who's supposed to be at the. Don't be looking at me like that. The people will be sitting at that table, and so So Mel, in this case, these people weren't even invited.
Well, that's different.
Yeah, they were sitting at people at the table and they weren't even invited to them. Now, Virtual Land, how do you feel about being invited to the wedding but not the reception? Can anybody comment on that? How do you feel about being invited to the wedding but not the reception?
I have mixed thoughts about that.
What's your mixed feelings? What's your mixed feelings, Mel?
Well, because I mean, I think it depends. Like we were saying, it's your money, and you saving money, whatever, for this event or whatever. So, what Tori said.
If I don't want to sit by them, I'm dipping. Bye, y'all.
What does that mean?
She's leaving. She's like, deuces. No.
So go ahead, Matt. What were you saying about the
wedding?
No,
I was saying, some people have a budget or whatever, and for the reception, or like for the whole wedding or whatever. And weddings are very expensive. That's what you're talking about. So with weddings, and you may know a lot of people. So both parties, the bride and the groom, they have a lot of friends and stuff, and they don't want to miss, have people missing out, whatever, on their celebration, whatever. So I mean, I don't see anything wrong with it, but then again, I can see both sides, because if I was at the wedding and wanted to go to reception, I would probably feel some kind of way if I wasn't invited to the reception. But I see both sides.
Yeah, I would feel a certain kind of way as well.
Definitely.
But people are starting to do that this day and age.
Yeah.
Like when you go to a funeral and stuff, and they have a repast.
Mm-hmm.
They'll put on a program. There's no repast. But after
right.
Say, meet us so and so, meet us
at the burial, because the only people going to the burial normally the family and the friends. So at the burial,
that's right.
That's where they tell you, y'all not having a repast. Oh yeah, meet us at such and such.
That's right. You're right. You're exactly right. Yep, absolutely. Yes, absolutely right.
Well, ladies, I was asked to come to the wedding. So you can bring people to the wedding, but we won't have enough food for everybody. You can come to the wedding, but we won't have enough food. I was actually told that, but it so happened I don't eat everything anyway. So I came to the wedding, and then I went downstairs and I didn't eat. But it was food there. I'm sure.
You didn't eat?
No, because one thing, I have this delicate stomach anyway.
Yeah,
and that's good. So I don't want to get sick. So I'm okay.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, I do. I had surgery and all, so I'm all right.
No, I'm talking about Tori said everybody ain't party material.
Exactly. What in the world, girl?
That's a good point, because sometimes, the type of music that you might play at your reception, that other people will feel uncomfortable. Like I went to this this wedding, and I ain't gonna say no name, but somebody I know was at the reception, and they was like, "Oh, it's time to go. Let me go home. Time to go home.
Happened to me too at a wedding.
As soon as the music started playing,
oh no!
They looking around like,
whoo.
I thought they were saved.
I mean, that's celebrating and dancing with their.
I love dancing. I think I don't think anything's wrong with dancing.
Yeah.
I enjoy dancing. And I love ballroom dance. I want to take up some classes actually, but we're going to stay on point. We're going to talk about another thing. Quit being ugly. Table manners.
Oh, good.
So you want to ask the question. Some people ask all the time: is it rude to put your elbows on the table? Yes.
Well,
no, it is.
It depends on what restaurant you go to. Like if you go to IHOP or something, it don't matter.
No, it does.
Well, You put your forearm on the table. I put my forearm. I don't put my elbow. I put my forearm. Is it okay to put your forearm on the table?
What's your forearm? Like what?
Right here.
Yeah.
Okay,
You can do that.
And you just sit like that. Oh no, yeah. Oh man.
I don't know.
I
mean, I'll be like this, but I probably do have my elbow on there.
Like this?
Not like this.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Some people.
No. No. I mean, but I do probably have my elbow on the table.
But usually when we go to these dinners, they are so full of people, like 8 people at a table or 10 people, and you don't have a lot of space for you. Have you noticed
That's
that?
true.
You don't have a lot of space because there's so many people at a table. 8, sometimes 10.
Mm-hmm. I have a table.
Okay. Go ahead.
Don't pick your nose or blow your nose at the table. As nasty. Stop being ugly.
Tell them what can they do instead of that? Give them what are they supposed to do?
You do what? And you go to the bathroom. You're nasty, ugly.
Bathroom. Go sit in your car or something.
I didn't call them ugly, but that is ugly. I was out eating, and there was this lady at the table, and she was. I could not believe it. I could not believe it. She was
blowing her nose at the table.
Yes.
But do you think if she had a cold, she should have just stayed home anyway?
She should have.
Well, she couldn't stay home because we were on a ship. Well, she could have stayed in her cabin, her stateroom.
Tawanda, you said, how far do you say a sneeze will go? So some people somebody sneeze with that covering, and it went so many feet, the sneeze itself.
Let me just tell you, Mommy, I didn't get to that, but I'm going to get to it now anyway.
Oh, Lord.
Yes, I'm going to tell you, a sneeze, you guys, y'all don't understand it. A sneeze is like a turbulent jet.
Oh, Lord. Gee.
It can travel up to 25 feet.
Oh, Jesus.
In nearly 22 seconds.
Oh, Father.
So that's why it's important to cover your mouth. And also when you sneeze in your elbow.
Yeah. Then why do you do that? I know people say you sneeze in your elbow.
Oh, you don't want to sneeze in your hands. If you have tissue, you sneeze in your tissue. But if you don't have tissue at the time, you sneeze in your elbow.
It's spontaneous,
And so while we're talking about dining etiquette, one of them was arrive on time and call ahead if you're going to be late.
Say that again. Say it again.
Look, that's not just dining etiquette. That's a period.
That's etiquette.
You know what I'm saying? That's ugly.
It is.
Quit being ugly.
Do not, this is so important. Do not place any bags or purses, sunglasses, I don't get this, cell phones or briefcases on the table. Now I understand the bags, the purses, but I don't understand the sunglasses. Maybe the sunglasses go in your purse. But what I wish I had it with me. My supervisor bought us a purse holder. If you're one who dines a lot, go to restaurants a lot, you should invest in a purse holder. And you have that purse holder and you can clip your purse right on it and it hangs down from the table.
Yeah. And I think Tori is saying because of germs. Exactly. Yeah. Because you touch all of that stuff.
And your cell phone too, though. And I know people have cell phones on the table. First of all, good etiquette is not having your cell phone on at the table anyway, because you're supposed to be talking to the guests. A lot of people, I see people this is how they look in the restaurant right now.
That's right.
Everybody at the table have their phones. Like everybody have their phones out at the table.
You don't be texting.
They turn them off too. Turn them off so they don't be ringing.
They don't be texting. They be like, "Oh, look at my food. Oh yes, don't this look good? Yeah, girl. You need to come to this restaurant. Come see these people. This food. Yes. Oh my God. What kind of drink is this? This drink. Don't this drink look good?"
On Facebook.
Facebook Live.
That's what they're doing.
But it's
Mel, you're
that's
right, Mel.
and when we're talking about dining etiquette, but
Mhm.
also
Get
like
back to the glasses, please.
yes, go back to the because you have on glasses. Is
Because
that why?
not only that, but I have to take my glasses off because I can't see my food.
I said sunglasses.
And I take my glasses off and I have to put them on the table because let me tell you why. So I won't be able to see my food with my glasses on. And I need them on to see the menu. So I'm in a bind, y'all. Somebody help a sister out. I don't know what
I got you.
I don't have you either, Mel, because I can't. The restaurants are so dark, or maybe because we're older now. Because the restaurant, maybe they always were dark, but we just can't see the way, like we used to. But it's like the restaurants are dark, and it's for me. It's just pray for me because I have a problem with my glasses on and off. So I just don't even know what to do. Sometimes it takes me a minute to just focus. I'm like, Jesus. I mean, in the morning, like, Lord, when are my eyes going to focus, Jesus?
Right.
Please, I got to get my work done.
I got you, Mel. I got you, Mel.
So Bryn said,
Oh.
Mom is not something. She said, Mom is not walking. I rebuke it now. She will sit, pray, and cheer on others in Jesus' name.
What?
Mel.
I don't know, but Mel, I understand that. But what about the person?
Wait.
Oh, go ahead.
I got Mel. I got her.
Okay.
What you do is you get an alcohol wipe your glasses down and put them on the table. Because it's not good manners to put your eyeglasses on the table.
Each time?
No. Just the initial time. Just the initial time. Because you have washed your hands before you sit down to eat, right?
Yes. I
So just the initial time, clean your glasses with an alcohol wipe, and then you can put them on the table. Because they won't be dirty, because that won't be germy. I got you, Mel. I keep alcohol.
But what about briefcases and cell phones, though?
Briefcase.
About that.
First of all, leave your briefcase in the trunk of the car. Don't bring your briefcase inside the restaurant.
However, if it's a business lunch,
that's
different. But you're not going to put your briefcase on the table anyway. You're going to put it on your lap or on the floor, and you open it, you take the papers out, and that's how you should. That's proper etiquette.
You should have a private room because you shouldn't be out there in the public with everybody else eating, doing business.
Yeah.
That's just my opinion.
You can put your briefcase like if it's a chair or if you have a booth.
Right, sorry.
Yeah, I have a chair for my purse, like sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, it's called a purse chair. I mean,
yeah.
That's what it's for.
Yeah. So your briefcase and you said your purse. Yeah. Absolutely.
You know what I do with my purse, you guys? So I don't have one of those hook things. I put it on I wrap it around my knee. Because the strap, it's not a clutch or anything. The strap, I just put it around my knee and it hangs there.
Really?
So it's not touching the floor. Mm-hmm. So
and it won't come off?
It won't come off.
Well, get yourself a purse holder. It's good.
Everybody don't have a purse holder.
Make one. Tawana can make it.
Oh, Jesus help me. Next subject.
So look, I was looking up some stuff, right? And it says manners that are like impolite to us, but polite in other countries.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yeah. Huh. So check this out. And we're gonna be like, oh my gosh. Y'all gonna say, oh my gosh, when I tell y'all this. I'm going back and forth. Period, Mom. Okay. All right. So burping and slurping at the dinner table.
Okay.
In China, burping is the highest form of flattery. It means you like your food. The host considers the noise of a compliment.
Oh.
Slurping your noodles pays the same respect. So when you like, which we hate. Be like, oh my God, that is so rude.
Yeah.
But this is the highest respect for them because
But
they
wait a minute. I think it depends on the kind of burp.
Oh, Lord.
Because you can't be like, ah.
Well, maybe it is that kind of burp. They said burping.
But wait a minute. You can't just make yourself burp whenever you want to burp.
Like when you're eating, sometimes you might burp.
But you can't just make, oh, it's sad.
Yolanda.
Oh, I missed y'all. Oh, thank you so much, Yolanda.
Yeah, but
also,
you can't be doing you can't be doing that kind of burp though. I don't agree with that one.
well, I'm just telling you, in other countries, that's what this is called.
I don't think they're talking about that kind of burp.
They are.
Wait, I have a question.
I think so. Yeah, loud.
I have a question. Have any of you guys ever sat at a table your whole meal and did not burp?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. How can you just make yourself burp?
I guess their food give you gas.
No, seriously.
Chinese food give you gas.
Right.
If you ain't burping, you ain't eating real Chinese food.
So look, here's another one, guys. Arriving to a dinner date late. So in India, it's totally acceptable to show up to dinner 15 or 30 minutes behind schedule. Why? They're a little more relaxed about time than we are. And it says, unlike Western cultures, Indians value relationship with people over being punctual. So it's like they don't care if you're late as long as you show up. Please don't be late. I'm sorry.
And can I add to it?
Go ahead.
It's probably Jamaica too, because I'm just saying. Because I know a lot of them, they just lax. They just the thing is at 9 o'clock. They start getting ready at 9. How do you think you're going to get there by 9 o'clock if you're just getting ready at 9? That's just totally impossible.
I got to say this. I have got to say this.
Yes.
I invited this woman to my house. I invited a lot of people, but she was invited as well.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody left. I told her 8 o'clock. Everybody left, and she still hadn't gotten there. So we were starting to put stuff away. She shows up after 10 o'clock with her son. And she's fussing at me because he haven't had anything to eat. Are you kidding me?
What did you say?
I was like, what? He can't have some applesauce. Everything is gone.
Story of my life.
He hungry. Okay, but you were supposed to be here at 8. It's 2 hours after 8.
And then I'm in the bed. That's right, Yolanda.
Oh, who said ghetto?
Yes.
Well, ladies, what about this? People come. I got a karaoke plate. I need to carry my husband something for lunch tomorrow, and they have done that
At the restaurant.
Oh, they bring their own. They bring their own dish.
Wait, you talking about at somebody's house or a restaurant?
It's a house.
Oh,
They have a dinner, and they look to take stuff home with them.
well, what about that
bag?
my to-go dish and my to-go bag?
and women and didn't bring anything.
Didn't bring nothing.
To contribute to the meal. But then I got a whole bag.
Wait a minute, I have to add to it and did not help clean up. Took the food and left.
Right. Well, I'm gonna go back a little bit to the being late because they were like, you can calm down and you whatever. I'm not calm down. I'm frustrated and I'm mad because you're not here. I'm late.
But you're a saint, Wanda.
But I'm ready to leave. Because people should consider other people's time.
That's inconsiderate.
Yeah.
Come on now.
If you come to my house late like that, my kitchen gonna be clean. Lights
I want to be in the bed.
I want to be in the
sleep.
That's ugly.
I'm just gonna be honest. Y'all come to my house and y'all stay at a certain time. I'm going to bed. I really am. I be like, y'all can just let yourselves out.
I say something, ladies. You
Sure.
know what? You remember I would do Thanksgiving dinner, and I mean 6 o'clock in the morning, cook the whole dinner because I worked at it. And then when if I want this, I want this, and we always had guests. When I got tired, I could have a plate in my hand. I say, and I put the plate on the table. Say, "Good night, y'all. I'm just too tired." I say, "If you want any food or what's left over pie, you can take it with you." And y'all was going to finish serving for me. I just got tired. I was
That's
just
where I got that from.
Mm.
I was just
Yeah,
tired.
Tish ain't tired. She just
Ex-
like, all right, it's late. I'm going to
Exhausted.
bed.
I get tired of people.
Oh no.
No, I'm just being honest. Like I can't take but so much. I give y'all look. If the dinner starts at 4 o'clock, come on, 4. You get here at 4. If you get here at 5, you got to be out at least by 8, 7, 8 o'clock. I'm drained. Like, okay, it's time. Remember, Mel came to my house, and I was like, okay, it's time for y'all to go. Mel said, we ain't leaving.
Quit being ugly, Mel.
And so here's another thing, not offering to split the bill. So in France, splitting the bill is deemed unsophisticated. To avoid dirty stares,
I'm not going to France.
you should offer to pay the entire bill or let someone else pay.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. That is crazy.
And people do that too.
Wow. They don't go Dutch.
Tori said, I said too many personalities for one whole day. I ain't doing it. Nah.
No, Tori, no. That's ugly.
Oh, so also is acceptable in another country. In Ethiopia, feeding someone food with your hands.
What? That's
Heck no.
I'm just
that's
saying,
ugly.
in Ethiopia, feeding each other with your hands is a gesture of hospitality.
That's
The
disgusting.
tradition called Gersha is intended to build trust and social bonds between those sharing the food. Got invited to a dinner party? Great. Now here's how to impress your host. You feed them with your hands.
No way.
The blood
That's
of
disgusting.
Jesus.
That's nasty. Where
That's
your hands? You don't know where
disgusting.
your hands been. That's nasty.
Why
That's-
did
Oh,
you do
and
that?
here's another one.
That's shit.
Here's another one. Eating food off of the ground.
Ah!
Wait,
It's not rude or disrespectful in other countries. It's not nasty.
it's the 3-second rule.
It's that in the Middle East, if you drop bread on the ground, you should pick it up, kiss it, and raise it to your forehead before putting it back on your plate. This
Yes.
shows respect for your food and the work that went into making it.
We used to do that. Remember, y'all?
Yeah.
We kiss it up to God.
No, to our hands too.
Oh, I kissed
I never did my head.
I
just-
never did my head.
God gonna clean
I
it
thought
for
I
me.
did my head.
Thank you, Jesus. He gonna clean it for me.
Okay, one more, then we're gonna go to another
I
subject.
just do that when nobody's around because I don't want nobody know that I pick it up.
No, stop it, you nasty. Stop being ugly. Well, mommy said you're ugly, Melanie. You're ugly.
So look, I can live in Asia, not finishing everything on your plate. So in many Asian countries, wiping your plate clean means that your host didn't feed you enough.
Oh, goodness.
So you leave a small portion of food on your plate instead to indicate that you've had your fill. Otherwise, your host will continue refilling your plate until they run out of food.
Oh,
Kirk.
no.
Kirk.
You kiss it up to God, Yolanda. You kiss your nails up to God.
Now and later, her candy.
Bruh man, my other half, I think he can see through his plate because he can't be in Asia either because everything got to be even look like a little crumb from the bread or something. He got to stop that up with bread or something so the plate look like it's clean.
was at my house.
And go to Asia.
You know me, and mom knows me too. So he was at my house, and it was dishes all around, food on the stuff, and I'm cleaning up. He turned around and stuff disappearing and everything. He was like, did you throw that food? I sure did. Oh, I wanted to give it to the coyotes in my neighborhood. I said, you feed the coyotes.
Stop playing.
I'm not lying. I said, why would you feed coyotes at my sister's house? And when she comes out that front door, if they're used to,
and they're there in the morning,
they're going to be standing out there waiting for anybody to feed them.
Yeah. I'll be scared to death. Mm-hmm.
That's horrible.
It is horrible. But he keeps doing it.
And he won't listen. He said he feeds the deer, the coyotes. I mean, if they have, and all the wild animals.
Yeah. I did have a friend like that, y'all, though. She fed the raccoons, she fed the deer, she fed the possum, she fed everything. And she let them eat out her hand. Because she had made a balcony off her bedroom door, and she would go up and they would eat off her hand. Oh, and she said, if you see roadkill, they were trying to come over my house to eat and didn't make it.
Wait a minute, one more thing, you guys, before we go to this man had me going to the dollar store to purchase a bottle for a baby deer. You heard me correctly.
For Bambi.
For Bambi. For Bambi's brother, little brother. I couldn't believe it. A bottle.
No way.
And he was feeding. He was like, well, the mother left it and he's probably hungry. We need something. I need you to, Melanie, can you go get Quinn? Can you go purchase a bottle for the deer? I was like, are you crazy? Like, come on, Quinn. Come on, Quinn.
And that's how he calls her queen.
Oh, yes. Oh, she's his queen.
Oh my goodness.
That was crazy.
Wait, did you buy the bottle?
I did. And I bought some milk and I warmed it up. I did.
Stop playing, Quinn.
And did he feed Bambi?
He fed Bambi. Yes.
Did you see him?
No, because I don't want to see that. I stayed in the car.
I think that is so sweet for the animal lovers out there. We don't want to turn anybody away if you're an animal lover. So she said it was two of them.
Yep, it was two.
You had 2 bottles or 1 bottle though?
2 Bambis, 2
bottles,
2 baby deers and 2 bottles. Yes. 2 bottles.
Well, while I do save my breadcrumbs, if I got little crumbs, and go to the backyard and feed it.
I don't feed nobody in the backyard.
I used to do that. I used to do that. Go to the park. I used to go to the park.
Not in my backyard. Yeah. And so one more. So playing with your food is good in Germany. Cutting up your potato with a knife implies that you don't think it's all the way done. To avoid insulting your host, smash your potatoes with a fork instead.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
No matter where you eat in the world, if you refuse their food, you refuse their culture.
What if you don't want mashed potatoes?
So you should at least try the food if you can. And Tawanda was talking about the
take a no thank you bite.
Take a no thank you bite. I can't take a no thank you bite.
Because my daughter went to Australia and they actually have kangaroo. They cook kangaroo meat in Australia. They make kangaroo burgers. And so I told her, I said, Taylor, if they I said her name. Oops. I said if they if they offer you food, she went to Australia and New Zealand. Like if they offer you food from those countries, don't say no. take a no thank you bite. Just take a taste,
Yeah.
and just leave it there, because that's that's not cool. That's that's ugly. Quit being ugly.
And may I say something on that note?
Sure.
I knew a lady who was some people that's foreign missionaries, and you want to get the people saved. You can't get them saved by offending them. She said they came with this live snake they found in Africa, and they just put the snake in a pot of boiling water, and the snake was just going up and down until it died. And so they asked her if she wants some, and she didn't want to eat the snake, but she didn't want to embarrass him, so she said, "I'll take a little broth." So he gave her broth so she could sip a little. Do you want to say? You want to offend them?
You know what I would have done?
What, Mel?
I would have started speaking in tongues and passed out.
I don't have anything to do with them not being saved, but I know I'm not going to drink no snake.
But the snake is in the broth.
I'm not drinking no snake. I am not drinking snake soup. I'm sorry. That ain't happening.
That would have been slain.
Yes.
So check this out. How many of y'all go to church?
Woo.
Come on, give me some thumbs up if y'all go to church. Come on,
Yeah, I love church.
Oh.
So here are some do's and don'ts. Do cut off your cell phone prior to entering the sanctuary.
Yes, cut it off.
Church etiquette, everybody. Church etiquette.
Come on, Mel. Church etiquette.
Yeah.
Big ugly.
I'm gonna go on both sides. I'm gonna say do this and don't. Don't allow your children to stand on the pews.
Yes. Don't allow your children to stand on the pews. And I'm gonna say or the chairs, because some churches don't have pews. Don't let them stand in the chairs.
Don't let them stand on the chair.
But I went out. Wait a minute, real quick. I went to a wedding in Philadelphia. And this little girl was running all over the pews, running all over. Do you know the usher came? I guess she was not an usher for the wedding, but I guess she was an usher for that church. She came down there. She made them put that baby down.
But why wouldn't you though? I don't understand.
Why would you let your children crawl all over the seats and stuff? That's crazy. First of all, the children walk around outside and then they come in the pews and walk around. People have to sit in those pews.
Not only that, though, it's distracting.
Yeah, and not only that, but it's dangerous. Your baby could fall and hurt themselves, But I think they want to avoid their children screaming and, whatever. That's probably what it's about.
Well, you take them out. You spank their legs and you bring them back in and sit them down.
You won't miss the wedding.
Well, you don't bring them to
you don't bring them to the wedding.
Bring them babies to the wedding.
Don't bring them to the wedding.
Don't bring them to the wedding.
Don't bring them to the wedding.
I love children. Yeah.
Do share your hymnal and your Bible.
Yes, do that.
Yes.
Don't chew gum while on duty or while worshiping in the sanctuary.
Don't chew gum in the church, period.
Yes.
No. Don't chew gum in church.
Don't you know people take their gum and stick it up under the seats?
Or drop it on the floor and you walk on it and it mess up your carpet.
That don't even make no sense.
Do refrain from chatting, distracting behavior, and note passing.
Yes. Well, you don't pass notes anyway because you have your cell phone. Oh,
yeah, that's a good one. Don't distract others from the spirit of worshiping in the sanctuary.
Don't do it.
Don't make your own change from the offering plate.
Who does that?
Mommy said they do. They do. I wish we had an usher. I wish we had an usher on here.
Where's Cena?
Don't wave currency in the air to signify the need for change or assistance.
I think I have seen that.
I did too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I have seen that.
But they tell them that if you have $1, wave your dollar, and somebody, the usher will be there to pick it up.
Wow.
They do.
Wow.
Don't walk, tiptoe, or move about during prayer, communion, baptism, scripture reading, or baby dedication.
I gotta hide my face on that one.
Don't stare or interfere with someone who's moved by the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
You come up here, I'm crying, my hands up, thank you, somebody say, and I try to
leave me alone. Let the Spirit deal with me.
Or take a fan and fanning the people while they get happy. No,
I remember this one time I was at church and I was on my knees. Leave me alone. Let me stay on my knees. Somebody came. Are you all right? Are you all right? Are you kidding me? I'm on my knees.
Don't craziness. Don't disrespect the sanctuary or allow children to play on the altar or the pulpit area.
Right.
Tisha,
Wow.
do you have one that says after service dismissed, then they get on the machines and play, make all that noise, and you can't hear yourself think?
Man, you know we don't have one that say
What? What?
Is that funny?
Wait. You said you can't hear yourself think.
Yeah, that's what people say in the country. I can't hear myself think. Because after, like service or whatever, or playing while the preacher's preaching, playing loud while the people singing, you can't hear them singing, you can't hear them preaching. Then afterwards, they just booming them. It's just, and we're gonna be deaf after a while because you get, they're so loud.
Yes.
You lose your hearing. People have lost their hearing. It's so loud.
They need to be taught. They really do need to be taught to get a decibel.
But my thing is this.
Wait,
gauge.
Go ahead.
No, because I'm like, I don't agree with none of what y'all say. None of it. None.
Wait a minute.
No. We're saying this is what we're saying.
What do you
and
say?
like if you go to a mega ministry and they dismiss service, the musician's not up there playing after service. They already packed up all that. Mommy is saying like after service, when the children get on the drums and people get on the organ and you trying to talk and the music is playing loud and you but you shouldn't be talking like that in the church.
You need to be going out in the parking lot.
Leave out the door.
Get a decibel meter.
Yeah.
Because y'all too loud.
Too loud. And the drums, everything too loud.
We're going to help y'all and teach y'all to be on time for church. So the night before church, you lay out your clothes.
Yes.
So you are not rushed and aggravated in the morning.
What is that?
Preparation is key to worship. Oftentimes, when we are not prepared, we rush around on a Sunday morning, frustrating ourselves and our children to the point that it is not an enjoyable event to come to church.
What?
But it's the truth, Tawana, you know it. And everybody's walking around the house screaming, I can't find my shoes. So what we're saying is lay the stuff out before, the night before.
What?
That's if you have a whole lot of kids. You have a whole lot of baby kids running around the house.
But I tell you what, I tell you what, with a lot of kids, they got shoes, either strap them together or tie the shoestrings together. And when you put the socks, put a little pin and pin the socks together when you
Mother of wisdom.
With a little safety pin. They're each sock, so you won't be losing the socks, and you won't be.
I feel like another book is coming.
Oh,
for real, because you need to train these people. Mom, what did you have about school etiquette?
Oh, number one, come to school on time.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be late.
Yeah.
Then when you're late, when you come in, if you're late, you're gonna be quiet. Excuse me. You're gonna be courteous and polite. If you're early, you speak. You speak to the
Mhm.
professor. Good morning, and take your seat. And then I have down here. It says, she, your teacher judges you by your respect and your acceptable behavior. Arrive on time, and sometimes if you're driving, if you're coming in late, you won't have a parking space. So you have to
Mm.
walk a distance, and you
Mm.
miss class, and then what page are you on? When I went back to college, I sat on the front with my notebook, taking notes, and put my books in. A lady just took my notebook right from my desk and started copying my notes, and I couldn't even make notes from my
Did you
professor.
say something to her?
No,
Did you say something?
but what I did now, I was a little rude. The next day, I just did something like this and took my notes like this.
That's not rude.
Yeah.
That's not
Anyway, and it says here, turn off your cell phone. Okay. Do not bring food or drink to class. Then,
Yes, don't do that.
yeah, because it's just free for all nowadays. Okay, and then when it's appropriate, contribute to the class discussion, but do not talk too long and take up
Mm.
all the time, and go around Robin Hood's bond. Get to the point. Get
Mm,
to the point. And stay on the subject. Stay
mm.
on the topic. And it says give everybody a chance to talk. Avoid side conversations in the classroom. You
Mhm.
know. And then what did the teacher say? What page are we on? No, you talking side No, that's out of order.
That's
And
ugly. Mom say that's ugly.
that is ugly.
It sounds pretty, but it's ugly.
Yeah, and don't be, your professor is not your side buddy. So
Right.
you be respectful. We
Yeah.
used to say, Mr. So and so, yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, yes, sir.
Yeah,
Like that,
times have
dress up
changed, man.
properly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Times have changed.
It says be attentive, and 'cause don't be fixing yourself and chewing gum and being loud and ridiculous. Don't do that.
Times have changed.
Okay. And I
Times
have
have
a couple of
changed.
more. And it says here,
How many more
and
pages you got?
uh,
My
stay for the
Yeah,
entire class.
ugly girl.
And
say
don't keep on. I can go to the bathroom. Can I get some water? No. You
That's
go to
right.
the bathroom before you come. Get your water and then go to the bathroom
That's right.
before you get in the class. So you
I
get
have,
in school
Mom,
early.
I have a question.
Ooh.
Do you think if a child has to go to the bathroom and the teacher will not let them, that they should walk out?
You know what?
I think they should.
It's
I
better.
do.
You don't want to mess up your clothes, which has happened before in my family. They wouldn't let them go, and they just urinated in their clothes. And they called me. I had to bring new clothes, clean clothes to the
Did
school.
you go off on a teacher?
I wish I
No,
would. I wish I would. No, I walked out. I walked out. I had to use the bathroom.
And she told the teacher that my mother said, if you
but your mother said it for real.
she
That's
said, my
crazy.
mama said I could have to walk out if you won't let me go to the
I
bathroom.
remember saying that.
You probably
I
didn't.
tell
Her
you
other
one,
mother.
I tell you, I tell you one thing. That teacher threatened to whoop me.
And what
You
happened
know,
to
he said, you know what your mother said, and I stood up in front of that whole class. I said, I wish you would put your hands on me.
So I didn't get that message at all from the school.
They were scared.
I didn't get that message from
I
school.
stood up in the middle of the classroom. Yes, I did. He gonna try to embarrass me in front of everybody. You better behave, Miss Farmer. You know what your mother told me. And I stood up out of my chair.
You did not represent your family well to
Oh,
me.
Oh,
yes,
Jesus.
Because he was being ugly.
Oh,
Yes.
Avoid signaling, sending signs that the class time is up. Come on, sometimes they go over a little bit. And
sometimes the teacher need to know that though. Because you got another class. I mean, come on now, really.
Yes. Contact the professor when you have to miss your class. Have somebody call. So I want to miss class. Or even you come school Tuesday, say, Wednesday I have a doctor's appointment.
Is this etiquette for the teacher?
Or for the class?
The teachers got to show etiquette too. But I tell you what, we did have in college. I was older. We put the professor's feet to the fire because we were supposed to have a test the next time, and he's gonna go through all the math stuff. When he came to class, he said, "Oh, I'm giving y'all a break. I'm not going to stay here because I meet a friend in Towson and blah blah blah." Us older students, I was like 38 years old and back in college, and the younger students out of school sat in the back. They were ready to go home, and we just sat just like that. And one lady said, "No, we're gonna have a test the next time we come, and you promise to go through all the questions that we have." He kept red in the face.
I would have said, y'all meet me in the parking lot.
So we just said that. No, we paid that tuition. No, that's tuition. And he turned red when we went through that whole hour. We had like almost an hour for class. And sat through the whole thing, asked questions till the class was up.
I know that's right. That's terrible.
I will not be in class with you, Mama.
But no, young people got to be in class. They're not sick.
I had I didn't say it earlier, but I have a church etiquette.
Okay, go ahead.
For these women. I was like, y'all know if y'all I'm gonna say Pentecostal apostolic, you gotta wear them long dresses off. You know what I'm saying? I was man spreading.
Or not long. You mean the short?
No, these people had on short man spreading.
I never heard
how
that
in the
before.
world you've been wearing a dress all your life and you don't know how to sit in the dress? Close them legs, cross them ankles. No man spreading.
What is
on
man
the front
spreading?
seat too?
Man spreading, you don't know how to sit down. You don't know how to sit. I couldn't believe it. I was like, you've been wearing dresses all your life. How you don't know how to sit in a dress like this?
That's probably how they sit with the long dress. Nobody knows.
So they come to church and with short dresses and sit like that.
But I guess, but the thing about it, Tawanda, some people don't know better. They don't know to cross it. So we teaching them tonight, for the people who are listening to us. If you're sitting down and you have a short dress on and you're in church and you're in the pulpit or on the front seat and your dress is short, you cross your legs out by your ankles. You cross your ankles. Cross your ankles. You cross your ankles and then make sure the other parts of your knees are put together. Just telling y'all how to sit like this.
Don't sit in the front seat.
And or don't sit in the front seat. But some of the people be in the pulpit. Some of those pastors be up in the pulpit and don't know how to sit.
In the pulpit today.
But you know what it is? They dress so long enough, but if they look a hefty like and they sit, it's gonna still, you can still, if you cover the knee, but not the whole thing.
Is that shade?
Then you don't man spread. You just you close your knees when you cross when you cross your ankles, your knees close automatically. What a sanctified gangster.
Well, can I get off that subject and say something else? How do y'all feel about this? How you feel about this? You in the service and everybody's got to get something to drink. I'm going to talk about ministers. And when I came up, only the one that was speaking would get something to drink.
No.
Everybody got their coffee, tea,
time to change,
or juice, water.
Yeah.
And the usher did just walking back and forth. What did you have to drink?
I've never seen that before ever.
Look, I was there before, and it was a whole line of people, and they had everything. They had Hawaiian fruit punch. When some people drank, that meant they had to go up and keep going to the bathroom.
Was it a conference or something?
No, this wasn't a conference.
Can I say something real quick?
Well,
thank y'all so much for tuning in to our show.
ugly. I'm sorry.
Oh,
No, we're telling the people quit being ugly. And you know what? This subject can go on and on and on because what is that saying? I guess a lot of rude people in this world, and we need to check them. So hopefully you're not one of them. If you are and you did any of the things that we said, then
they need to be taught etiquette.
Yeah, we're teaching.
That's what it is.
So maybe we come back with a different show and actually teach etiquette.
Yeah. We'll show you how to
y'all so much. We really appreciate y'all. We want y'all to give us some thumbs up, like our stuff, and share our videos with your friends. If people are rude in your family, send it to them. I'm just saying. Well, we love y'all though.
Quit being ugly.
And we will see y'all next week. Bye.
No,
Bye. Love y'all.
Chillin' with the girls.